Hello, everyone. It's Brandon from Audio Addiction. We have, again, the lovely Therese and Alex joining us with us tonight. We're going to be talking about SuperM, which hopefully is a little
Yeah.
shorter one. We're trying to do shorter ones for Monday if possible and kind of keep it more the longer-ish ones for Wednesday. Because, Mondays are rough. So, we're trying to power through them. But,
We're actually doing both of the SM supergroups. There's Super M
oh,
and there's also Got the Beat.
nice. Okay. Well,
So a boy group and a girl group,
very cool.
respectively.
We also want to preface that I know nothing about this. I feel like people who watch this stuff possibly on YouTube as well as maybe on here on Twitch, I go into all of the I am like the baby. I don't know anything about K-pop. This is Therese and Alex's way of introducing me to the world of K-pop. They're not going to know everything about these groups, so we hope that chat can give us some help or comments can give us some help on better understanding the groups and why you guys love them, because I love to know why other people enjoy different types of music. So I feel like it's a good little disclaimer that we all collectively know like a little bit, and when I
Minimal.
mean and
I
what I
think,
mean by a little bit, I mean I know nothing. So
right. I think it's safe to say that Alex and I are casual stands of most groups, specifically the ones that
yeah.
we like to get into on this show. And that means literally just listening to some of the songs on Spotify. There's no way we can get through
Yep.
every discography of every artist. So today, with the supergroups, I have listened to all of the Super M albums. I have listened to the Got the Beat album. I had to look up some of the members in the group this time around, but I do know them in their groups respectively. So, what about you, Alex?
I have seen the SuperM music videos and their like LA debut concert, rooftop concert thing they did. Um
Nice.
that is all for SuperM. I know who the members are in their like respective groups, but I'm not super familiar with like NCT or most of the SM boy groups. Um
Mhm.
and then Got the Beat, I have heard their debut title track, and that is it.
Oh, so you
I'm,
haven't seen
I'm
the music
familiar.
video?
I'm sorry, I have seen the music video for that.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And I also am familiar, uh, for the most part, with all the groups involved and artists. So
Nice.
yeah, definitely not an expert. I'm definitely kind of along for the ride with this one.
Nice. Um, so yeah, I only, you know what? We'll decide at the end. I only have two. I decided that, okay, Brandon's not going to know any of these people,
No
but
one.
it was a big deal in K-pop that the company SM Entertainment decided to make a supergroup of all of their most popular idols, not the most popular, but all of some of their most popular idols,
Sure.
and they took them from all different walks of life, like all different ages, all different generations of K-pop, and put them in one group to promote. I think it was largely a Western push at first. So, like Super M was the first group to debut as a supergroup under SM, and as far as I know, and they did a lot of promotions in the West. They're in all of their albums, I think, are in English. There's a lot of English lyrics. There's still
Okay.
some Korean lyrics, but it's mostly English, and you'll notice that. And Got the Beat was kind of the follow up with the girls of SM, and they have only released one album so far,
Hmm.
but they also do projects together every now and then. And I'm looking this up to make sure that I'm not getting anything
And,
wrong.
and these aren't the first time SM has done project groups. SM does do something historically called SM Station, where they do like projects. I believe. I remember SM Station did a project with Who was the? It was Chungha, Soyeon,
Ooh.
Seulgi. I'm sorry. There's one more girl. That they made like a random project girl group from. They just released a song with a music video and everything was great. But yeah, so they've done some like random project groups over time. But this is, I think, Therese is correct. This is their first like official release. SM, everything like full budget, all in group.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
So if you could actually refresh the playlist.
Okay.
I did miss one song. I forgot that there was a pre-release to Got the Beat, so I added that in.
Very sick.
So now we have 2 videos for SuperM, 2 videos for Got the Beat, and then the soloists we're going to introduce to you before the group, so that you get the full like, oh my gosh, I know all these people.
So
the full experience.
Can you explain, Therese, how you decided on what songs to include?
So some of it was preference, literally just like, I think, Alex, you were like, I want this song for Taemin. And I'm like, great, perfect. He doesn't have any bad songs.
I did. I did vote for this song.
Although he did just release an album today. Taemin just released an album today. So go check it out. It's called, I'm blanking. Cruel? Is that what it's called?
I don't know.
Now I'm looking it up. It's called Guilty.
Okay.
Yeah. So he has a very like temptation heavy concept whenever he's releasing music. It's pretty cool. So yeah, the rest of it, I kind of just picked songs that I noticed the members were featured in, specifically NCT. EXO, we have the 2 solo tracks. I thought I just chose 2 songs that I thought were really good. So, yeah. And then for Red Velvet, we have a song. And for the Girls' Generation girls, we have solo tracks, of which I just chose. So not kind of like arbitrary. I did try to choose, like you'll see what we're about to watch is a performance video of Taemin. Mm-hmm. I tried to choose the sort of like off official videos so that if we do a deep dive into these groups, you'll have a fresh watch of their music videos.
That's a good idea.
So you'll see a lot of dance practices or performance videos in this, or Studio Chum. I wish there were more Studio Chum videos, but I chose a couple I could find. So yeah.
Good mix.
We can go ahead and get into it. Precursor to Taemin. Taemin is a group in SHINee. They're a much older K-pop group. They've been promoting since like 2010?
Probably. I thought it was earlier.
Oh no. I remember they debuted the same time as One Direction. It was 2008.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Taemin is currently 30 years old. But he is one of the younger members. He might be the youngest member. And
good for him.
Yeah, so you'll see he is not the oldest idol in this either. You'll see really like OG idols in these groups, and it's cool to see that they're promoting along with aespa, because aespa's in Got the Beat.
Yeah.
So you know what? Did I even add it?
Got the Beat was Got the Beat was new when I'm sorry, aespa was pretty new when Got the Beat had their debut.
They only had like the 3 title tracks out. I didn't have an aespa song in this, and it's because we did the aespa reaction already.
We did just do a huge aespa dive.
Yeah, so we already dove deep into aespa, so I didn't add an aespa video into this, but you'll recognize the members.
I like aespa.
Yeah. So anyway, precursor to SuperM. This is Taemin.
All right.
One of the OG soloists.
There we go. And the first song is Move. So we're going to jump into that one. Also, Logan Reeves, thank you for joining us. He did confirm they debuted in 2008. So very nice. All right. Taemin, Move. Let's jump into it.
묘한 분위기에 취해 놔버려도 돼 나를 벗어나지 못해 나른해진 이 순간 잘 빗은 머리가 헝클어질수록 아름다워 내버려둬 반듯한 자세가 흐트러진데도 괜찮은 날 똑바로 봐 oh yeah. 어두운 조명 아래 또 시작되는 move 우아한 손짓 은근한 눈빛 투명한 창가에 넌 비춰서 아른대는 move 묘한 그 느낌 아찔한 끌림 어두운 조명 아래 날 사로잡은 move 우아한 손짓 은근한 눈빛 잠시 난 모든 걸 다 지워 시각에만 의존해 경이로운 눈빛으로 너만을 감상해 신경 쓴 화장이 더 번져갈수록 아름다워 내버려둬 단정한 셔츠가 구겨져 버려도 괜찮아 날 똑바로 봐 어두운 조명 아래 또 시작되는 move 우아한 손짓 은근한 눈빛 투명한 창가에 넌 비춰서 아른대는 move 묘한 그 느낌 아찔한 끌림 어두운 조명 아래 날 사로잡은 move 우아한 손짓 은근한 눈빛 어떤 표현도 어떤 문장도 너를 모두 담아낼 순 없겠지 우린 이대로 완벽할 테니 걱정 따윈 버려 그대로 repeat 그대로 repeat 그대로 repeat 어두운 조명 아래 날 사로잡은 move 우아한 손짓 은근한 눈빛 어두운 조명 아래 날 사로잡은 move 묘한 그 느낌 아찔한 끌림
All right, guys, that was Taemin Move. I enjoyed this one. It's a very vibey
Nice.
track, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I thought his like vocal tone was very interesting. It's not like I think what is interesting because he's from Shiny. Am I correct on that, Therese?
Yeah.
It's interesting anytime we listen to like solo artists, and we've only done it one other time, I believe, here on the show. But it's really interesting to hear like individual members have their own moment in the spotlight. If anything, it kind of makes me appreciate what they do that much more, because if I was to listen to some Shiny tracks, I feel like I would be pretty shocked by however many members that has in it, and to try to kind of like point out Taemin might prove to be a little bit more difficult depending upon whatever the song is. But I think it's interesting to have him be on his own and listen to his solo stuff first, so then when I do go and inevitably listen to Shiny, then I'm gonna have a lot more appreciation for what he does vocally, where I feel like maybe if the inverse were to happen, like I'd be like, oh man, I'm missing like something here or something there that maybe Shiny has that, you know, Taemin doesn't have, you know, in his solo material. So I thought it was very good. I liked the performance of it. The instrumentation was fun, really like vibey, and
I will say Shiny is one of the smaller groups. They only have 5
Okay.
members.
okay, so it'd be a little bit more easier to pick out, but
But yeah, he has a very unique tone. Yeah.
he does have a very unique like vocal tone. But yeah, I dug him a lot, so I'll have to I'll have to jump into some more Taemin stuff and see, go down the rabbit hole a little bit. But yeah, his voice sounds arguably very different from a lot of the groups we've had on and like other solo artists I've listened to. So I feel like if his song was to come up in like a K-pop playlist that I would have, I would be like, oh, that's gotta
You
be
would
Taemin.
notice.
Yeah.
So part of that is just his vocal training, I guess, because he's one of the older idols. He's been promoting since 2008. He was in, I think, the second generation of idols, and they had a very different sound. It was different vocal direction.
Sure.
So what you're hearing is like the wetness of that second generation direction. You'll hear it in 2PM as well. You'll hear it in a lot of like TVXQ maybe. So it's kind of an older vocal quality, but it carries over well with this new
I
sound.
would agree. Yeah, I would agree as well. What about you guys? What do you think about because I imagine both of you have heard this song, correct?
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I don't have anything really new to add. I'll say that I thoroughly enjoy the song. Something that it reminds me of musically is if anyone will remember the song "Into You" by Ariana Grande from like years and years and years ago.
Okay, yeah.
It uses that same like riding on the back of the beat bass rhythm.
Yeah. I got you.
It's very similar. It's just very like bass driven and vibey. Not that they're super similar songs or anything, but just instrumentation reminds me of it a bit. Obviously this song is like very theatrical. It's like super performance heavy. He's an absolutely insane dancer.
Oh yeah.
To the point actually where I wish that this is a great performance video. I love the still dance practice even more.
Yeah.
Like the one where you can actually see like all the movements with no camera movements, because I think it does a better job. This is aesthetically looks better, but I think the still practice version just does a better job of showing how good he is at moving his body.
Yeah.
It's really, really incredible. I don't know if it's because like he's also got like the physique for it. He's very slender.
Sure.
It seems like he's tall. I don't know if he's tall. But he looks tall.
Yeah.
But the way that he like moves his limbs and like contorts his body, it's so smooth. And I think that it does a good job showing this, but I would implore anybody watching to go watch the actual dance practice.
The striped turtleneck dance practice.
Yep, that's the one.
You were like, what is the song that the dance practice he's wearing a turtleneck in? I'm like, I don't know. You're gonna have to be more. But yeah, to your credit, because yes, you're absolutely right. There is another performance video that's called the solo version, which is funny because it's like even more dancers and he's also in it, but I guess it's the solo version. I was going to choose that one, but they never left like landscape cropped mode where you couldn't even see below his knees. And I was so upset because when you watch the dance practice, you can see him like dancing from head to toe. And if you cannot see that full figure, it's like losing half of the performance.
Yeah.
So they at least had a few shots in this one where you could see his whole body, but I wish it was like all of the body all the time.
Yeah, he dances like a contortionist. It's wild.
Yeah. It's very like modern dance driven. But yeah, I love this song. I don't know if I saw this music video or listened to the song when it first came out, or maybe I wasn't like paying attention at the time. I found it a little later, and it's just one of those songs that never aged. Like it just holds up well in pretty much every time period. Which it was only 2017, I think, when this came out, but it feels like it could have come out yesterday, and I'd be like, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
or today, which was his actual comeback. So
I feel like it's a very timeless song. Like there's something about it that I was listening to it and I was like, yeah, this feels very like timeless in the sense of like K-pop, because I know that I feel like K-pop artists often change genres or shift gears or however you want to coin it. But I always find that, especially from some of the older groups that we've talked about here and there, it's always interesting to see them kind of just keep like an even keel almost in some of their music, where they're like, I'm very, obviously Taemin seems to be a very good dancer, so he's like, I'm going to keep my music the same, but I'm really going to try to maybe elevate my dancing, or like try to elevate it in a different way that isn't him sacrificing his musical aspirations in the song. So I love that. And, sometimes it might be the inverse of that. Maybe they're not as good of a dancer, but they're like, let's see how far I can push a song. So it's cool to see someone, and I got to give them a lot of credit for being able to dance and being able to sing to that degree is pretty damn impressive. So shout out to Taemin.
Yeah.
And Logan commented in the chat and said that he debuted when he was 14, which is crazy. I don't know how old he is now, but much older, I assume.
30, I think.
Oh, he's 30. Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
Holy shit. Good for him. Awesome. I'm 30 and I don't think I could do that. I look at him like,
right?
My joints start to hurt. The next one we have is NCT U, and the song is Boss.
Oh, I was hoping that would switch around. That's okay.
Should I refresh
so
it?
NCT U, try refreshing.
Okay.
Because I wanted to go in a little more like natural order, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So the next two soloists we'll see are from EXO.
Okay.
EXO, really big group. They were the contemporaries to BTS. Before BTS was winning all the award shows, EXO was winning all the award shows. So they were pretty often compared. I think they have their own style, their own sound, and you'll notice a lot of the SM flavor in all of these songs. And you'll start to like recognize how they all kind of sound in the same vein. And it's nice and consistent. I enjoyed it. But,
and who is this? Who is this
Oh,
member?
Baekhyun. He's pretty much like the singer, not just in EXO. I'd say in all of K-pop, and you'll notice. Notice.
I'll sign off on that.
He got the Riz.
All right,
the Rizness.
All right. Well, this song is called Candy, so let's get into it. Man, let's throw in the Riz in here.
Oh yeah, this is live.
That's impressive. Yeah, he is fully rizzed.
Something original 날 선택하길 잠시 기다렸지 특별한 내가 될게 손이 가게 내게 중독될 텐데 까다로운 너도 Girl I'm your candy 기가 막힌 chemistry 어른스러운 시나몬 좀 웃기는 미트 널 더 원해 Pop rock, strawberry, bubblegum 향기 넘치면 all I want is you, my love Candy 느끼는 좋아질 텐데 Tell me what you waiting for 혼자 있는 깜깜한 상자 속 조금씩 난 금이 가버리지 그런 생각들 되살때는 flavor 투명하고 단순하고 싶어 너에게만 나를 맞춰가고 싶어 I give you something original 넌 복잡한 사람인 거라니까 뭐가 널 웃게 하니 그게 나였으면 해 무례하지 마 babe wish 네가 열어줘 Girl I'm your candy 기가 막힌 chemistry 어른스러운 시나몬 좀 웃기는 미트 널 더 원해 Pop rock, strawberry, bubblegum 향기 넘치면 all I want is you, my love Candy 느끼는 좋아질 텐데 Tell me what you waiting for 받아줄래 invitation 네 손은 다가와 있어 그치 오늘 느껴 살짝 녹을 정도만 Girl I'm your candy 조마조마한 시간 Don't you let me down 난 너 아닌 다른 선택이란 없잖아 Girl I can't wait anymore Girl I'm your candy yeah, yeah, yeah.
Going off.
So sweet 난 여기에서 뭘더 원해 Strawberry bubblegum Girl you're my yeah. Candy 넌 기분 좋아질 텐데 Tell me what you waiting for Tell me what you waiting for
I'm not gonna lie. Some of the ways he looks, like this frame right here, the way he looks into the camera, you're like, damn. All right.
Do you feel attacked?
I kind of feel a little raised up. I'm not gonna lie. Throughout the entire music video, I was like, oh no, not
This
me.
might be my favorite K-pop song of all time.
Wow.
I freaking love this song.
That
I think
is-
it is like in the top tier. And it's like, and then like after this, Justin Bieber's Yummy dropped, and I'm like, oh no. He wanted this. But this is what it is. Like I think it's really good. And I think he's a really good vocalist.
Oh,
Oh
some of
yeah, I mean,
some of those runs
just
were wild.
the fact that this was live is insane.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
literally as
Well,
he's
and-
dancing around, like I couldn't hear any breath. That's what's wild to me is like I was trying to listen to see if I could hear at least like a semblance of breathing somewhat, and I could not
I mean,
hear anything.
They do cover it a little bit. There is the track playing over him, but
Sure,
it's
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
quiet. Like you can tell if he's singing along with his voice rather than just singing, but you can also tell when he's just singing, and it's just crazy. It's crazy.
The man's like this, and then he's still got like the obviously like the mouthpiece and is still singing.
hmm
Oh man, that I gotta give a lot of as I mentioned before, I gotta give a lot of respect when you can sing and you can dance. And like I said, for this, I imagine this isn't the one and only song that he has done. So just to have
Oh,
like
no.
a full set's worth of doing something like that, my hats off. I'm not wearing a hat today, but if I was to wear a hat, it would say hats off. Great song. Alex or Therese, have anything else to add?
I've heard the song before. I think I've seen the music video as well. I don't have anything. I mean, it's Baekhyun's song. Like his vocals are
Oh yeah,
are top tier. You know what I mean? Like that's what I don't even need to comment on the music at all. It's all about his vocals. And I like the recorded version. I've never heard this live stage or seen any live stages before, so I've never seen him do it live, and it's, I would say, better,
oh
like more impressive.
okay,
Mhm.
fair enough. Yeah,
But also, like, I appreciate that he not only like did the live stage, but it looked like it was choreographed really well with like a good amount of backup dancers, and it looked like they were all having fun, including Baekhyun, which is like got to be really hard to do, singing that well, carrying your own solo performance, keeping your pitch, keeping all those notes like how he does, and also to look like you're having fun.
I mean, he's a veteran for sure. You can tell.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it shows.
He's been doing this since like what 2012, I think, was when they debuted. So
That sounds right.
it shows. It
He's
shows.
seasoned,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
well seasoned.
Exactly.
That was the one thing that I think I picked up pretty immediately was like I was like, this guy is seasoned. Like I didn't have to listen to the rest of the song. I just knew that he was like He was the pilot flying the plane, and he's like, "Hey, we're gonna have
As soon as
clear
he starts
skies."
moving, you're like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
He's
Let's
like,
get
"We're
into
gonna have
it."
clear skies. It's looking sunny today. We're gonna have you in sunny Florida by whatever, And I would be like, "Okay, take me there. Take me there. I'm ready." So no, yeah, Baekhyun's awesome.
Logan made a good point in the comments. EXO altogether are vocal kings. It's like his vocals times 9. SM is known to focus a lot on vocal performance more so than other companies, I believe. So maybe they just highlight it a lot better in their songs. There's something in the water. You can tell.
It's the EXO water. Oh man.
Yeah.
That was great. No, that Baekhyun's awesome. So shout outs to him.
Yeah.
And I'll have to.
So-
We'll put it out there that EXO is on the list. I don't know when we'll get around to it because that is a whole demon in and of itself. But this was a very good introduction to EXO. So I feel like if it's anything like this, I'm good.
We're gonna get more EXO in the next video.
Let's go.
This is his bandmate Kai.
All right, and this is I don't know, man. I guess that's what it is. Kai.
Yeah.
All right.
That's what it is.
Let's go. We'll jump into it now.
Interesting song choice.
I didn't know he could like float.
Yeah. God damn does this guy know how to look at a camera.
The Riz, man.
Holy shit.
I thought Baekhyun was giving me the Riz. This man is like, look at him right in the fucking frame right now.
Yeah, that's a good looking dude.
That
yeah.
Hit the lottery.
You could tell he's one of the performance-heavy performers of EXO.
Yeah, what's crazy about that is like, it's not like he's a performance-heavy member of EXO that doesn't have shining vocals too. That's like the crazy.
Oh
part.
yeah.
It's like his vocals are like up there, like super impressive. Where he's like doing stuff where he's like floating and jumping, and then and then you like blink and there's like a high note run in the background. You're like, what is this guy?
What is this
guy? Yeah. What is he?
What are you?
I feel like Alex is that meme of like, what is this? And it's the fucking.
It's DJ Khaled.
Yeah.
What is this?
What is this?
And what is it?
Fun fact about EXO, because I got into their lore when I was getting into the Espo lore.
Let's go.
The entire premise of EXO was, it's supposedly that Lee Suman, the crazy man that we love.
Hey yo, love that guy.
He basically took inspiration from this year in Korea when there were like 12 UFOs sighted, and he was like, "What if I had 12 alien boys that could sing and dance for everyone?" And then he made their entire lore like alien-esque, and they all.
Well, I'm glad you put them together, man. That's shit. That's awesome.
You know what?
I'll take it.
I'll say that wasn't Lee Suman's worst idea.
I mean, they all had their own little like bending powers. It was pretty cool. Not gonna lie.
I've heard the lore is a deep, long, extensive adventure. So I know nothing about it.
Yeah. I know that it's power focused, and I know it was the first instance of lore in K-pop. So pretty cool stuff. So yeah, that's Kai. That's Baekhyun and Kai. They're in EXO. Go check out EXO.
I'm kind of mad that we are finding out about EXO right now. That I have to listen to Baekhyun and Kai back to back. Oh god,
that's good stuff.
It makes me mad because like again, I have not listened to EXO yet, but it makes me really want to delve into EXO because now I'm like, man, if they are this performative and this vocally strong, I don't know. They might be taking the cake. They might be taking the cake for.
You haven't even met a rapper.
I know. Exactly.
You're biasing someone that's not a rapper.
I'm cooking right now. I'm cooking right now. Right? Just let me cook, right? But oh man, no, they were great. I feel like having them back, listening to both of their material back to back. I think Baekhyun is like I can sing like so well, and then follow that up with really great dancing, where I feel like Kai is like, I'm a really great dancer, but I'm also a good singer. So it's like the inverse. I'm not gonna. I don't think it detracts from either one of them. I think they're both fantastic, but you can tell
They're complementary.
They're very complimentary, in that. And so I love that. The song was great, and there was definitely some parts where I was like, this man is like doing like backflips and like spins and shit. Obviously in backflip, but I feel like he could if he really tried.
No, he definitely has b-boy.
He does have the b-boy energy to him, and just especially like the way that he was like popping and locking it. I was like, okay. I've watched a lot of America's Dance Crew. I know it's good. So,
nice.
I gotta give Kai some respect. The song itself was also very good as well too. So I think that was only an extension of that. But yeah, Kai, big fan of Kai, and Baekhyun. Salutes.
Understandable. Okay, so the next song I chose, I think it was a dance practice from NCT U.
Yes.
This is a subunit of the, I think it's 23 member group NCT. There's 4 NCT members in SuperM. They are Taeyoung, Mark, Lucas, and Ten. Lucas is
Mark from
I don't
Canada.
think he's with SM
I just think it's
anymore.
funny that they have like, you have like Korean names, or you have like some sort of Asian type name, and then you have Mark.
Oh yeah, Mark
just
is
think it's
from
funny.
LA, I think.
Sick. Shout outs.
Mark is an American boy.
Yes, American boy.
And then
I think he's from Canada. I think he's from Toronto, actually.
Oh, you're right. Sorry, I was
North
thinking
American
of Mark
boy.
from GOT7.
Okay.
And then I believe Lucas is Chinese.
N10.
And 10.
Yeah.
So
I don't know
Taeyong
why I know that.
might be the only fully Korean member.
Cool. Let me catch up on some comments real quick. Logan left. Said it's a running joke on Twitter that more people were talking about the backup dancers Kai's studio practice than him. Which I can understand. I mean, they were styled very well, and they all had like different colored hair and stuff. They definitely,
the styling was so smart.
Yeah,
because the
so he definitely
movements
got
were
focused.
all like body rolls.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's definitely a conscious focus on, I think, giving them some spotlight. That's cool.
Yeah.
And it also said it's officially 26 for NCT now because of the new unit just debuted. Isn't that just called NCT New Unit? Is that what it's called? Or NCT New Team? I forget.
I think so.
Like that.
Yeah. Okay.
It's something like very
too many.
Like,
it's a lot, understandably.
something very aptly named.
Yeah.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
so in the next video, I'll point out the members that are in the group. If you go ahead and start it.
Oh, okay. I also want to read one last comment from Logan that Alex missed. It was the big 3 companies I would say are YG is known for rap, JYP is known for visuals and dance, and SM is vocals. So I don't know if you guys, I have no jurisdiction on that. So
I don't know the YG groups that well, but can confirm for JYP.
I think that's a bit of the old standard.
Okay, fair enough. Anyway, we'll get in.
Look, my hot take. I wouldn't even. I think it's crazy to put YG in the top big 3 anymore.
Shade.
Damn. All right.
Until Baby Monster.
I shouldn't
debuts,
have. I shouldn't have asked that question. I should have went. I should have just glazed over that shit.
Hey, when Baby Monster debuts, I'll eat my words. I'm excited.
Yeah.
All right. This is NCT U Boss. Let's get into it.
Well, so sorry to 10. I really thought that was him. Me not really knowing NCT. I did think that was 10. So we like Jaehyun.
Jaehyun, yeah. Shout outs.
Okay.
He's not a rapper too, so I've evolved.
Wow.
I will say about Boss. I've heard that song before. I've never seen like a music video or anything. I don't remember when. It has to be a couple of years old, right? Because it.
Oh yeah.
First of all, Mark looks really young. As somebody who's very familiar very familiar with seeing often. Mark looks very young.
2018.
Okay, yeah, so 5 years ago. Yeah, definitely I've heard this before. I think the song's pretty good. I like the last minute and a half of it when it starts like switching up and getting weirder.
Mm-hmm.
A lot better than like the front 2 minutes or so. I just think like the ending part it has like a little dance break, and like the chorus adds like an extra vocal layer, and there's like some weird stuff going on musically. I think it's like way more interesting. But overall, the song's fun. Dance practice is good. Again, SM groups kind of like having a really good balance between being strong performers and vocalists.
Mm-hmm.
You know. But yeah, what do you guys think?
I'd also agree with that. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Therese.
it was my first time watching this video this week because
This week.
I don't really know NCT that well. But I had listened to the song. I think it hits just as hard in dance practice as well as on Spotify. So kudos to the songwriters, kudos to the choreographers. I think it's cool that they can balance the like very like burly sort of sound with some high notes in the back.
Agreed.
Very cool stuff.
I would probably say I echo a lot of similar statements to what Alex said. I think the song was very well written. I think you can find that really cool balance of choreography and musicality that I really like in the dance practice, because I don't feel like, again, if you listen to it on Spotify, you're really not gonna. I feel like you don't get the full experience, and that's kind of what I've noticed about doing these is like either watching an MV or seeing a dance practice or something like that gives it a little bit more, I want to say value, but I guess that's pretty much the word I'm looking for, because I think if you just look at it from a value of like, I watch a lot of like bands perform. I would love to go see a band perform over maybe listening to their album, unless I feel like they can't perform the album live as I would like them to, right? And I find that a lot of the K-pop groups that we've talked about, a lot of them can perform those songs so well and so like without any sort of issue. It's very impressive to me as someone who's primarily gone to see like a lot of like rock, metal, that sort of stuff, and just to have somebody have just a group of like guys or girls or co-ed groups really just kind of kill it every single time, and you know what you're gonna get, and so I gotta give them a lot of respect for that. I had not listened to NCT before this, so this is my first foray into them, but I like them a lot. I think they had some really cool like kind of like hip-hop kind of moments in there, a little bit of like hip-hop trap moments, which I like. Vocally, it was very diverse. Obviously, I'm a Jaehoon stan, so shout out to Jaehoon. But yeah, overall, very good track, and the latter half of it was really fun. So yeah, that's
I will say, for me, this song, NCT is one of those groups that I think for me is victim a lot of time to like their songwriters what's the right way to say it? Like their songwriters go a little crazy sometimes. It's a little bit like the SM flavor. It's like the SM I don't know, gift,
Experiment.
but the SM curse. It's the SM experience. It's like
it's a double-edged
sometimes
sword.
sometimes the song, like I like chaotic music, but sometimes it's chaotic good, and sometimes it's chaotic it doesn't hit for me. This is one of the NCT songs that definitely hits for me. There's a handful that do, like Cherry Bomb. I love Cherry. I don't know units very well, but like Cherry Bomb. They have a song like Fire Truck, right?
Do they?
Am I right?
I don't know.
I think like Kick It. Those are like the hit songs for me, and there's some like Hot Sauce that like doesn't hit for me. So this is one of the ones that it's like very in the this is good NCT pocket for me. So yeah, just
So it's a W.
Okay, Logan said they're an NCT expert. So if you have any questions, thank goodness.
Somebody has
most
to be.
SM groups Most SM groups are experimental, but NCT is the essence of experimental. Yes, it's very hit or miss. I'm sure, like, Brendan, if you heard some of the more recent NCT songs, you might take your headphones off, like within the first 2 seconds. It's just very aggressive. Like, they'll attack you with their sounds,
That's
and
okay.
you either have to, like, you'll either like it or you either won't.
Okay, so it's
but
like
it is
feast or
interesting.
famine. Yeah, I got you. Okay.
Yeah. Like that crazy flute in Favorite, I think. I
It's
forgot
noise
which
music.
song.
It's noise music, like it or not. You know.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. Well, I do come from a background of primarily metal music, so maybe I might enjoy
Yes.
it. I don't know. Who knows?
We're talking like Cardi B kind of crazy noise.
Yeah, I could get down with some Cardi B. Yeah.
You're probably in the same boat as me.
Yeah, are we in the same boat, Alex? Probably.
Probably if you listen to the NCT stuff, you'd probably be in the same boat. That I
Okay.
am.
Cool. Well, glad we're sharing a canoe together.
All right. So aside from 10, which I missed, I'm so sorry for 10. He's also a very good vocalist. And I could have sworn he was in NCT U, so I guess I assumed he was in this song, but maybe he just wasn't in the lineup yet. You'll definitely notice him because he is like keeping up with Baekhyun in SuperM. So he's doing all the high runs and stuff with him. So next are the SuperM songs.
Is this what I
Do
think
you feel rizzed?
Is
Yeah.
this what I think it is?
Oh, this is the time. This is the time for you to for finally
Is this time?
experience jopping.
Oh, no.
It's time to jop.
It's time to jop. Are you ready to jop?
For those who are unaware or did not come to our last stream for G Idol, everybody had said jopping, and I said, "What the fuck is jopping?" And then everybody's like, "You haven't shown him jopping. Why have you not shown him jopping?"
The funny part is you're still gonna ask the same question when it's over.
I am. I have a feeling.
No spoilers.
I have an intuition.
You've evaded the spoilers, so this is
I
it.
did.
I think they define it very well. I think it's fully defined.
Wait, so is
is
jopping a sound?
No, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch the music video.
You can't spoil it.
All right,
No
fine.
other questions.
All right,
it is
fine.
time to experience.
Oh god. All
This
right,
was
guys.
their debut track.
This is SuperM. This is jopping. I'm ready to die. Let's go.
Let's jop.
No, don't say that. Oh god. It sounds like a disease. Let's jop.
You can catch it like a disease.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'm very concerned right now. Oh, wait. What the fuck?
You know how we get down, dropping, how we get down, chopping, how we get down. Cause when we jumping and popping, we chopping. Step with the floor, with the competition ready, looking one side.
I can't.
Just enjoy the rap, okay? Just enjoy the fun times.
Make it last from the back. Yeah. The roof's on fire, let it burn to an ash. We gon' keep it dropping till the DJ bring it back down. Melaba like a paraglide, 나타나 in a paraslide. 떠나자 out to paradise. Come ahead to a better life. Gotta move, watch your money monsoon. Make the crowd go wild in a small room. Let me see you put it on like a costume. 어디까지 번져갈지 몰라. We love to move it, keep it going, don't stop. It's in your nature, money, girl, what you want. 춤을 춰봐. We go on and on, jumping like that's all you want. Don't stop letting it go, cause you got that glow. You know how we get down, jumping, how we get down, jumping, how we get down. Cause when we jumping and popping, we chopping. I don't even care, 여기 눈을 태울 stage. Left to the right, we gon' make don't want 3 stacks. I'ma show you what a ball you will mismatch. Opinionated, but I'm always spitting straight facts. Don't back, I'ma throw this on a new track. Me, drop, I got my side to see. Exciting, go and drop the beat. We gotta jump in the body, don't stop. 직자르기 전부터 시작이니까. 이곳이 파티인데 바삐 어딜가. We'll keep it jumping and popping here all night. Jump to the front if you want it. Hands up to the middle. Don't stop letting it go. Like you don't care.
I love that in Taemin's scene, all you need is a silhouette to know it's him.
True.
That's true.
It's true.
Play the music loud. 사랑해, 'cause tonight's gonna set you free. I don't even care. We don't even care. Left to the right, we gon' make it, make it, make it. Come on, put your hands up to the left. Come on, put your hands up in the air. I don't even care what the town says. Left to the right, we gon' make it, make it, make it. Come on, put your hands up to the left, to the right, to the right. 'Cause when we jump in, it's poppin', we jumpin'.
I fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, now that we've all jopped, how are we feeling?
Ooh, a
We
little
jopping.
tired from all that jopping.
I hope I gave Therese the reaction that she's always wanted for me.
It was the distance from the screen where you just have to take a moment to yourself
I did.
Yeah,
I
I
really,
thought-
and question
I really
life.
went through the 5 stages of grief at that very moment.
I thought you
But
were
did
gonna
you-
start jopping.
I should
Wait, yeah,
have.
give us your entire like emotional roller coaster. How are you feeling?
I think actually the song itself was very good. I actually really
I was
enjoyed
gonna
the song.
say,
The song itself, it kind of hits.
like, memes aside, the whoever produced the song
Oh, yeah, it was awesome.
slammed
It's kinda
that.
epic.
It's so good.
Yeah, especially the like insane like descending guitar riff, like in like
Yeah,
the
it's
like
cool.
that is
Into the
so
first drop.
cool in the first
Yeah.
drop too, and then it gets into this like EDM kind of like club banger shit. I love that. They all sounded fantastic. Like especially it was just so fun listening to all of them vocally just like pop off. I just feel like sometimes, like anytime they said jobbing, I just couldn't. Like it completely removed me out of the song, kicked me off like the turnpike, and then like my body laid waste somewhere else. And then like once they got back into the part of the song where they weren't saying jopping like 7 times, then I was like, okay, this is an actual song. I get it. But no, overall, I think it was a good song. I think just because just the way they put I can't even put it into words. Just because they put jumping and hopping together into one word does not
Jumping and popping.
Yeah,
jumping and popping. Sorry. Jumping and popping together in one word, I think completely fucked up my brain. I think I suffered like a couple moments of brain rot for about a half a second.
Oh.
So just in that portion of the song, I think the actual song was very well put together. I just like how that even like some of the parts where they were like saying jopping and then they had like jopping like in the background. I just can't. They really
You can't
fully
get away
laid
from
on
it.
it. They really laid into it, and I appreciate that. You know, I gotta respect them because they said it with such riz. You know, so
It's true. You got
yeah,
Riz.
They
Dude,
I think
speaking of Riz, like, I'm gonna state the obvious here. Mark is such a fun rapper. Like, I
Mark
don't
was fun,
care.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't care if everyone's like, "Oh, you're Mark biased." Mark, Mark is so good.
Yeah.
It was
You
very
can't
good.
escape it. Like he's very, all of his like rap verses are so smooth. I guess it helps that he's obviously like fluent in English, growing up in Canada, I believe. But God, he's. I don't know if he like write. I don't know anything about like who writes verses, if their stuff is written for him or if they like wrote their own.
I'm pretty sure he writes his own.
Yeah, maybe Logan, in chat.
Yeah, Logan,
but
tell us.
Somebody let me know, because if he writes his own verses, then I'm even more impressed. Still impressive if not. But yeah, it's super fun. I think that I really enjoy. Like I pointed out, I think in the video, Taemin, like everyone got their like moment to shine. That was very
like close up face.
them. Yeah, it was like very them. Like.
Oh, true.
Like Baekhyun got like such a Baekhyun moment.
Yeah, I would agree.
And Taemin got such a Taemin moment. He's like moonwalking in the desert in a silhouette.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, we can't get any more like campy Taemin than that. And I'm so glad that they had a super group like this where they were able to not only like start their own lore and be like campy, but also like actually highlight the members well.
Mm-hmm.
So,
like if you noticed at the beginning, Kai teleported in, and that was his superpower in EXO, as he could teleport. Which I don't know how he did on the stages, but I'm sure he did it.
Yeah. Logan did confirm from me, doesn't always write his own verses, but he has on some occasions. And fun fact, that he's in 3 NCT units plus SuperM.
Yeah.
He's a busy guy, isn't he?
He's a busy guy.
Man likes to
I think he has the same effect that like Soyeon has on people.
Yeah.
It's just like
it's there.
Good flow and
it's
pretty good writing.
Yeah.
Like great stage presence. So yeah, it all adds up, and I think everyone can agree Mark is a hard carry in NCT for sure. Yeah, when I first heard the song, I shut it off after the chorus.
Wow.
And then yeah, I was a hardcore because I knew a lot of these people when they were forming SuperM, and so you have these expectations. You have the Candy expectation, you have the expectation, you have the Taemin expectation, and we got Jopping.
Nice. Okay, that's where we're different, because for me, I was like not very invested in any of these groups. And like the most I knew about any of these groups were like a couple EXO songs. Like,
oh my god.
Well, I mean, I've heard Shiny songs. I've heard, you know what I mean? Like I've heard songs, but I don't have these like expectations from everyone. I was just like, oh, NCT did that Cherry Bomb song, and EXO does some cool, wacky music. This is probably gonna be fun.
I had expectations because I even though I wasn't super into NCT, even though I wasn't super into EXO, I knew these members for good reason. And
I loved this song when it came out.
I got let down hard. And then like the more people kept talking about them, and it was mostly a meme. It did become a meme. It was
my god.
Like Jopping, I don't know how serious they intended it to be, but full on meme. Great meme. The more people started talking about them, the more I was like, all right, let me go listen to their music again.
Let's
and I'm
see
like,
what they're
okay,
about. Yeah,
it's actually decent music. They just lost me completely with the lyrics, because this was also kind of before everyone started doing English versions. So the amount of English in K-pop was pretty minimal generally.
Yeah.
So if I wanted to listen to a K-pop song, I didn't want to hear bad English. Like I just wanted to listen to a good K-pop song. And it didn't hit for me. But I will say what got me back into SuperM was their next comeback that we're going to watch. And then, or what got me into them originally. And then also there's a B-side on this particular debut album called Can't Stand the Rain.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Supercar is interesting, but I do like it now.
I like how Therese used a choice word. She paused for a hot second. I like how she held her word. She's like, it's interesting.
It's so like Jopping-ish.
Okay, that checks.
It's very memeable, and I just like I had my memeable groups that I liked, but this did
Sure.
not seem like a memeable group. This seems like a serious thing. I was ready for a serious situation.
I also feel like I can pigeonhole Alex to just liking the really chaotic like K-pop like wild songs.
Supercar
Yes, this is it.
very chaotic.
Yeah,
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying.
one of
Like,
them.
I know, see, like how I have the trope of always picking a rapper. I feel like Alex's trope is that he just likes the chaotic K-pop songs, which is fine. You know, hey, whatever.
Which is great.
Everybody has
Yeah.
a cross to bear. You know.
But definitely recommend "Can't Stand the Rain." That could be a Taemin song on its own, but it's also just like a great SuperM song.
SuperM song,
Great for
yeah.
those kids. All right, so now
Love
we can
my
get
God.
into another track that I like a lot more.
Wow, we did it.
All
I
right,
do
can
like
we
Jopping
get
now.
a,
I like it now, but
Can we get a little prerequisite on this? So, this next comeback, didn't they do like
they were doing
One
pre-releases.
and Tiger Inside, and then there was
Yeah.
like a combination or something? Is
They
that how
did
it
a
worked?
pre-release for 100, which
Okay.
was kind of like the fast car song. It was like we
Mhm.
go 100, blah blah. It's a
Yeah,
lot of
I love
like
that.
more racing gaming
Hell yeah.
music.
Let's go.
And then the other one they did was Tiger Inside, and I'm pretty sure both of those were fully English.
And then they did a combination, one Tiger Inside, right?
No, so one is a combination of their two songs Monster and Infinity, which they did not release
Okay.
previously. So this was a fully new song, but they're also listed as similar to Pixie, like they had the two songs separately on the album.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Just to read some quick
So
comments.
which one are we listening
Oh.
to?
Sorry. We are
One.
listening to one.
Okay.
Two quick comments from Logan. First one was love this song when it first came out, but really overplayed now, and I get PTSD every time I hear it. Respect. Yeah, big facts. And then also as well as that, I feel like 60% of K-pop fans did not like Jopping at all. So
Can remember.
also
Yeah.
probably factual.
PTSD is a good way to describe
PTSD.
60% of people were wrong.
I just imagine
Oh.
I just imagine Logan sitting at his computer chair right now, and there's just like the war flashbacks of like, but instead of that,
It's
it's just
kinda-
it's just the Jopping music video playing across his face.
And
looking
it's not
like a
even
gray.
like the most controversial song in K-pop, so
He's just like, I remember when Jopping came out.
yeah.
There were tough times back then. Anyway, that was a terrible joke.
All right.
I'm gonna move it on to the next one, which is One by SuperM. So let's get into it.
Yeah. You hear me walking to your town, right? Sound right, feel that rumble in the ground, right? Don't lie, I'm the one. Better run. If you're with it, then you're done.
Dark cloud blocking out the sun. I ain't scared, got me feeling kinda numb.
Yeah, is that problem I know? Tell me something I don't know. What you got, I got more.
Keep it coming with the reload. Ain't no stopping me though. I go and I just control. Yeah, I'm the ones.
That was some high energy right there. I like it.
That was an epic. That was a space opera.
That was very good. No, I like this one a lot. Logan did say that this was actually a collab with Marvel. So
Yes, they
which
were
is very
the
cool.
Avengers of K-pop,
That's it. Yeah,
quote unquote.
that's what.
They,
Yeah.
You could find their merch in Disney Springs in the Avengers store, and I did not buy any, and I regret it.
Wow.
Should have done that.
Wow.
Yep,
Missed opportunity, Therese.
I really messed up. And everyone was telling me too, because they knew that I liked K-pop, and they're like, "Oh my god, did you see it?" I was like, "Yeah, I saw." I think I was
Yeah,
still
I can
bitter
wait on
about
it.
Jopping.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go buy a Jopping shirt.
Oh yeah. What do I look like?
That was on me. That was totally not stonks on me.
I do always
So,
wonder
yeah.
this in these K-pop music videos with like obviously their like costume, like the like the clothes that they wear. I'm always curious what they wind up doing. Like, is there like a K-pop museum or something? Like, where do these things go?
I wonder.
I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Not that I would
I-
purchase
when
any
you
of
go to
said
a-
items. I just want to know what they do with
From
them.
what I know, a lot of them are like specifically from the stylist.
Okay.
Oh.
So they're like, or they're like given. I guess I don't know what they do after, but I know a lot of the clothes, especially for like lesser known groups, are basically just like rented or borrowed.
Sure. Yeah, that
Mhm.
makes sense.
Like the girls might be wearing like like a $500-$600 like streetwear shirt on stage.
Yeah.
And then
Right.
like they don't get to keep that.
Oh, damn.
Except
Yeah.
I'm sure in a situation where like, if Blackpink's doing a stage and they're like, "Hey, I want this shirt." I'm sure there's different levels.
There's
of
tier levels. Yeah.
who can keep what, and
What if someone was like,
Yeah,
"Yeah, you're in Blackpink. You can't have this shirt.
there-
It's fine." Like.
If you go to New Orleans, there's a Mardi Gras costume museum where they keep all of the old costumes from the Mardi Gras parades, and you can actually try some of them on. So they should do that for K-pop. Even though I don't think I'd be able to fit into any of them.
Neither would I. Yeah.
most people wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take a special
Maybe
individual.
one of size outfits.
Yeah. Can I just like hold it? Just like take a photo.
Yeah,
of me
yeah.
holding it? Yeah. Oh my god.
No, they'll probably
Yeah.
have like a virtual booth where you can try on
It's an NFT.
their AR
actually.
clothes.
Yeah, it's an NFT you buy.
Anyway,
getting off topic. Wildly.
I
off
like the
topic.
song. Yeah. I really like the brass in the background making that epic
Yeah.
music. I don't know if you noticed, but there was some like bouncy bass all throughout,
Yeah.
and then at some point the brass cut out with like the bouncing of the bass. I love that. Love the vocals, of course. What do you guys think?
I was vibing. It was a good one. I think it's in Alex's term of phrase, it was inoffensive. I don't think there's anything particularly there wasn't anything that I didn't like about the song. I just think it was a very well written song. I think they all individually got their own time, which is what I love. I think that's probably the craziest things that I notice about K-pop groups is just the individuality of the members, and especially I would imagine for this group being kind of like a super group of quote unquotes. I think it would just be a disservice to people that listen to this group to not have like each member have their own time. So it's nice that the individuality is very strong within this group. But yeah, this was a great song. I don't really have anything bad to say about it. I enjoyed it. Maybe a little bit more than Jopping, but I actually really enjoyed Jopping too, though. So
Okay, interesting.
besides the cringe.
I like Jopping more.
Well, yeah, that was a no surprise.
Oh,
Shocker.
You're not
I'm a
about
Jopping
the,
fan. What do you want from me? I'm a Jopping fan. I like this song. I have one criticism. Is that I don't mind when groups do a combination, like they merge two songs. When it works, it works. This worked for the most part, except I just felt like in the first two choruses, the transition was jarring into the chorus.
That's fair.
I thought that was purposeful, but maybe that was just how I was listening.
It might be purposeful, but I
Yeah.
still didn't like it.
Oh,
But the third chorus, when it was coming from the bridge transition, I think worked really well. It was just something about the first two where it just like wasn't in the same key, maybe. Like I don't know. It's hard with just like one listen through. It was just like I didn't notice the entire song that it was two songs except for that moment. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. That was the only time I noticed that it was two songs in one.
okay, fair.
So not like it's not like I hate the song or anything. I think it's a good song. I think it's very fun. I pretty much have all like the same comments kind of with Jopping, to be honest. It's a good showcase of everybody. The song's fun. That's the only like little thing I can think to criticize of, which isn't even necessarily a criticism, more of like a personal preference, because I'm scarred from what Pixie did on their last album.
It's fair.
with merging songs.
Yeah,
I will
I
say
gotta be
I
critical of
listen
it every time.
I listen to Monster more than I listen to one Monster and Infinity on this album.
Okay, I don't know if I've heard. I should listen to both of them individually.
Same.
and-
They're
because,
good. I mean, the whole album is really good. It's very impressive for like a mostly English album from SM.
is 100 on this album?
Yeah, they're
Okay.
all on.
Yeah,
It's a longer
definitely-
album.
Okay, I've definitely heard the album at some point then.
Nice.
There you go.
But yeah, if you want to play out the rest of those 20 seconds, or did you want to comment also, Brandon?
No. I basically said my piece. I think it's interesting to, because I don't think we've really covered any like super groups, and like I said, I don't know how many, since I'm the baby and I don't know anything about K-pop. Other than Got the Beat, I don't think they're, to my knowledge at least, and my knowledge is very limited on this. In terms of like super groups, doesn't seem like it's a common thing in this genre.
Not in K-pop, no.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, not unless you consider like project, like show.
Right. There's a lot of
project groups, but
projects.
yeah, there's a lot
like,
of project groups like
Yeah.
L's Up or
Yeah.
stuff like that, like Queendom groups.
Or there's like single songs that
Sure.
include
Yeah. But
multiple
not
members.
like
But
albums
not-
or like
Yeah, not in
Mhm.
this vein.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Which is really fun seeing everyone interact in like variety and stuff. I wish they did that more often.
I'm sure. Yeah, it must have been a fun experience. So I'll have to try to go find some variety and maybe watch some of it at that current time, because it would have been interesting to see how they all, like, especially if they're all like in arguably very popular like groups. It would have been interesting to see
Mhm.
how they all kind of like mesh. So
Mhm.
yeah, that'd be cool. I'll have to go check it out. But yes, we'll play out the rest of like the 20 seconds we have here.
It'll be a good transition into Got the Beat.
Wilderness.
Just Taemin things.
Just staring up into the sky.
And that's the Espa logo.
Yeah, it
Woo!
is.
Oh my gosh,
It comes full
franchising
circles.
music groups. Oh, I could never.
Oh my god, it's
Please,
coming full
Simone,
circle.
Please.
It's coming full circle. Because I remember that
Yeah,
part and I was like,
full
what the fuck
circle.
is this guy? Why is he out in the middle of the woods?
Nobody can escape
Nobody knew.
Kwanya.
Yeah, at the time, nobody. At the time, people only thought that it could have been the next girl group coming out, but they had no clue.
I had no idea
They
what we
had
were in
no
for.
clue what was gonna happen.
Guys, I'm recording this from Kwanya right now, so had L's up, baby. Let's go.
Oh,
Anyway.
Logan said NCT English versions are scarring to say the least. I really wanted to add Make a Wish, but I thought that might be too much for you, so.
I think
Alright,
honestly
so
we
now
should
we're
have. You
Got the
put Jopping
Beat.
on here, so I feel like anything's on the table now, Therese. I feel like your whole
they're
job
fun,
is
a
to
fun stupid.
Yeah, I feel like your whole job is partially to make me make my weird like reactionary faces. Like that's half the
Make
fun.
a Wish is going to be like a celebratory stream punishment song.
Yeah.
But speaking of which,
Yeah.
well, we have to plan that out. You guys have to K-pop or not.
I'm working on something.
Oh god.
Therese
Yeah.
is due.
Oh god.
Oh
you
yeah,
guys
I
are-
have
you
my
guys-
K-pop or cap list
Ugh,
ongoing. So
I hate this.
we've got so many
I hate I
things.
brought it up. Why did
But yeah.
I must be a masochist.
Now
Anyway.
now we're in Got the Beat. They only have one album out. It got released like this year. So pretty recent. And that group is made up of all of some of the most popular members of Aespa, who you know, Girls' Generation, who you should know, but you probably don't.
I don't. No.
Red Velvet. And then they added in this lovely lady named Boa. Boa debuted in the year 2000.
Alex is-
2000.
Alex
She
making
is
the
an
face.
OG.
She, nothing but love for Boa. She's a legend.
Okay.
Mad respect.
Okay.
Mad
She's
respect.
like, and she's still active.
She's the
still
queen.
releasing albums.
Is she
And
like
she's been a singer for now 23 years.
And she looks
so-
like she's in her young 20s.
Yes. So I need you to
Drive
go
me
back
crazy.
to like Avril Lavigne times, like some Hillary Duff-esque. That was when she was promoting. That was
Holy
about
shit.
yeah. So now you know
Fuck.
Boa the Queen,
Yeah,
queen
Queen
of
Boa.
SM. There were so many memes of like she is novice
Oh
in
my God.
Kwangya because she is God.
Logan said she debuted at 13. Holy fuck. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
She's been in SM longer than she hasn't been SM. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Kudos. Well, holy shit.
Her
Well,
entire,
we gotta,
almost like 2/3 of her life.
well,
Yeah.
we shouldn't spare any more expense to the queen here. So let's
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 do it.
roll.
This is, one of
let's
her
get
more
into it.
recent songs, but very good.
all right. This is the song "Woman" by Boa.
Woman.
Yeah, if you told me she was that, no way. I wouldn't believe
I
you.
love that move.
똑같은 생각에 틀에 박혀있네 왜 더 가지 못해 바로 눈앞인데 한발 디디면 확 튀는 시야 더 멀리 뛰어봐 안다고 다 알고 있는 게 아니야 영원한 우리만의 표정 그리고 멈춘 I've got it 그 속에 섞이는 둘이 아닌 걸 I know it 제2의 누군 존재하지 않아 Feels good to be a
Woman.
Hey yeah 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 비교는 너 있는 그대로 빛나 충분히 아름다워 To be a
Woman.
Hey yeah 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 스타일리시해 모던한 그림 속에 담음을 즐기는 나 진정한 woman 나다운 걸 원해 그럼 널 보여줘 질주 가지고선 찾아 다이아몬드 속고속여도 회방을 놓아 시선에 속지마 oh yeah 여자다운 걸 강요했던 그때 Girls on top 여자다운 몰랐었던 그때 이제 나랑 진짜 필요한 그건 I've got it 내면이 강한 멋진 나인 걸 Feels good to be a
Woman.
Hey yeah 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 보이는 게 전부라고 믿지 마 아직도 안 보여줬어 To be a
Woman.
Hey yeah 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 뭐라 해도 내 안에 간직해오 화려한 spotlight 속에 진정한 woman 높아지는 자존감 I've got it I've got it 여유는 나만의 것 paycheck 미소는 날 저격해 Heart Queen 완벽하지 모든 게 다 올세 Feels good to be a
Woman.
Hey yeah 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 비교는 너 있는 그대로 빛나 충분히 아름다워 To be a Hey yeah 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 스타일리시해 모던한 그림 속에 담음을 즐기는 나 진정한 woman
Also, I just want to say, if you told me this lady was fucking like in her mid-20s, I believe you.
Oh yeah.
She definitely does
Yeah.
not look her age whatsoever. So
She's God.
yeah. Holy shit. No, this was good. I enjoyed this one. I was delightfully surprised by it. I think the reason why I enjoyed it a lot was I think that she wasn't trying to hide behind a song. Like, I think a lot of her vocals stand out, and there's not like some like crazy EDM stuff going on. There's not like, I feel like the instrumentation is pretty light for what I would argue K-pop typically is. So it was nice to have something a little bit more reserved in that way, I guess, and have the song be a little bit more vocally driven. There was some of like those really like high notes that she was hitting, and like some of the ad-libby sort of stuff that she threw into this track was really nice, really tasteful. But yeah, I think it was a very well-rounded song, and like I said, I think a lot of the song is mostly her vocals, which I appreciate. I think that's obviously a very big stylistic choice for her, but I think it obviously works well in her favor, I'd argue.
I think this song kind of feels like it was supposed to be like a retro style song.
That's fair. Yeah.
Even in 2018, you know what I mean? Like, it sounds like Boa was doing a song that was purposefully supposed to sound like it's from her earlier era. Even though the song, like you say, like groups now are doing retro stuff that's like from the early 2000s is like a retro concept now for current groups. But this is like 5 years ago where it felt like Boa was like doing a retro of her own music, which is like crazy to think about because she's been in the industry so long.
She's just like, I did that.
That she can like do a throwback of her own style. That might not necessarily be true. It's just how it came across to me.
Sure.
Like, she reminds me, when I was listening to this, like, it reminded me of the era growing up for me, like in my mom's car, listening to like Shania Twain and stuff. You know what I mean? Like that like late 90s, early 2000s, like boss woman kind of.
Okay, yeah, I got you. Yeah,
stuff.
I get you, because it's kind of pivotal now that she is an actual woman. And she debuted when she was 13, singing about womanly experiences, which Avril Lavigne did that. She came back with an album that was pretty much her exact same style, and it aged really well because it's, just her style, but it's trendy now. And Boa, when I was looking through her extensive discography, I don't know if you noticed, but it says the ninth album, and this was 2018. So when I was going through a lot of her songs, I could recognize that a lot of it would sound old, and some of it was like good old, where it sounded kind of neutral, but it was the original, like 2004 Boa. And I
like, wow, this is so retro. Then you're like, wait a second, this is from 2004. Shit.
I mean, Paramore is considered classic rock to some people.
Wait,
so think about that.
No.
but I asked Alex's opinions, and he gave me a different song that was her most recent one, The Greatest, which is a very good song. But I feel like this one encaptured her Riz, even though she didn't give us as many bedroom eyes as the EXO boys. Yeah. But she definitely, that leg move, iconic. Oh my god. Really I'm gonna break out with that on stage if I don't break a hip.
My leg. Sorry.
Cool. Well, what we got up next?
She was good. Shout outs.
Yeah.
Looks like we have Red Velvet Power Up. It's the next song.
Wow, interesting song choice.
This was, I only chose this song because it was the only like performance video I could find.
You picked a chaotic one.
I did.
Oh. All right.
Okay.
And Logan commented and said that he still listens to Boa's debut every day. So that's impressive.
Damn.
Her stuff is still so good.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to go back and listen to the Queen. But anyway.
Alex, do you know the members very well? Do you know could you point out all of the ones in Got the Beat?
I can pick out the ones in Got
I can
the
pick
Beat.
out Seulgi.
I can pick out Seulgi and Wendy.
Okay, yeah. All right.
Red Velvet's one of those. Red Velvet's one of those groups where I listen to so much of them on Spotify, but I have maybe seen half the music videos. I don't know the members very well at all.
Can't put the name to
Except
the face.
I know Wendy and Seulgi are really funny.
Okay.
Yeah, I can do my best to pick out Wendy and Seulgi, but
okay.
All right. Well, let's get into Power Up then by Red Velvet. I want to agree so hard with Logan in the chat and saying that that song is the living embodiment of K-pop. Like when I tell
It's
people,
very
Close.
bubblegum.
when I
It's
tell
close.
people
very
I listen to
bubblegum.
K-pop, that is what they think I listen to a T.
Yeah.
And wait
To be
until
fair,
you hear Girls'
that's
Generation.
still. Oh yeah, but that's still very K-pop y.
Yeah, that's yeah, it's a fun song. I mean,
It's a good song.
it's very bubblegum Red Velvet. Like a lot of their stuff is I would say they have a red side and a velvet side. They're like one of those groups that their music is described as having like a red side and a velvet side. They're two like different iterations of how their music is presented generally. I think that's like a decent enough way of explaining it. They have songs that are like safer and more like bubblegummy, and they have songs that are a little like more horror and chaotic and aggressive. This one is like as far leaning into the bubblegum
Yeah, I was gonna say.
as they get.
I really wanted to choose other songs, but the issue is all of their
don't wanna
songs are so
spoil.
iconic. Yeah,
Right, you don't
I
want to
can't.
spoil for the inevitable.
This is like definitely like their safest song, the safest song I've heard from them.
Okay.
And I want
That's fair.
like I know that we're gonna do a deep dive Red Velvet, so I didn't want to spoil any of the big ones.
I
Yeah,
appreciate
yeah,
it.
that's fair.
I
Yeah.
appreciate it. Therese is on the lookout for that.
But yeah.
I respect. But yeah.
Solgi definitely very well known for performance, and Wendy definitely very well known for vocals, similar to the way they took from EXO.
Yes, I can give a little context. Solgi, very well known for being a super strong dancer. She debuted in a project with another member, Irene. They did I would say it is a pretty performance heavy project where they did a lot of like voguing, whacking,
It's
like
tutting
intense
and-
tutting, intense dance performances. If we will in the Red Velvet dive, we will cover that song because I think it's like really important to grasp how talented they are.
Mhm.
Super cool. Wendy is an amazing vocalist. She's from Canada as well, I think Toronto. She's very funny. She's like their representative English speaker. She's also like a very renowned vocalist. She's super talented. She's done collabs with a ton of people, including like John Legend.
Wow.
Yeah,
Kudos.
super vocal talent. SM vocal talent, through the roof.
Yeah, and they both have solo projects. I just didn't add them because it would add to the video count, honestly. But Wendy's song, almost country, a little bit country-esque. Yeah.
She's also got like a bunch of like OSTs and ballads and stuff out there too. She has a vast amount of music.
Vast
she's sung.
catalog.
It's great. Yeah.
I think the song is great. I really enjoyed it. Very fun, very energetic. As I mentioned before, I love the nod to
The power-up
video
sounds.
game, the power-up sounds.
Na 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 ba ba na 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 na.
Like
Yeah,
the
as a huge Minions fan, love this song.
I knew it.
You
But
would
also there was like there was some other just nods, like I think there was like I heard like some stuff from like Kirby. I heard some stuff from like Mario, obviously. Yeah, dude, oh my god. I was there for when he painted it. It was great. Shout outs. But yeah, no, it was just really cool to kind of, and obviously the song name is Power Up, so I feel like they very much leaned into it. So I like that. I think it makes me excited to see how far in the complete opposite direction that they go. So again, Red Velvet is on our list of groups to do next, but yeah, it would be very interesting to see like the counterpoint to this to Power Up certainly now. But yeah, I enjoyed this one.
Red Velvet coming up soon. They have a comeback coming, so Red Velvet coming up as soon as their comeback comes.
Ooh, let's go.
Oh yeah.
And then Logan had a few questions, and if you guys have any final comment, then we'll get on to the next one. But Logan said, I feel it's safe to say that Red Velvet is the girl group version of NCT when it comes to experimental music. And then also to comment on what Alex said earlier, I believe he was talking about some of the members from Red Velvet and said that she did a collaboration stage with Taeyoung. So I don't know which member
nice.
you're referring to, so can let us know. But
Maybe Wendy, because we were talking about her.
it probably was
collaborations.
Wendy. If you guys have any final comments on Power Up, or we good to go to move on?
Keep it going.
All right.
This is Taeyeon. She is a vocalist in Girls' Generation.
All right, let's go.
That is an understatement. That is how I'm introducing her.
What's wrong, Alex?
Solgi with Taeyeon.
So
okay.
down bad for this woman.
You'll get it. You'll get it. All the more Riz coming your way. All right,
no. All right. Well, Taeyeon's INVU, is that how you pronounce it?
INVU.
INVU.
Stupid me. All right.
You wouldn't have known.
I would have never known it. So, I can't speak English anyway, so let's move on to this next one.
Woo!
Man, there is.
I gotta say, like, Taeyeon's one of those vocalists who I think is like catching up to like one of those living legends in K-pop status. You know what I mean? Like how you would say like Boa is, or I don't know, people would say like Psy is or something. You know what I mean? Like people that have just been like industry titans for so long and are just like so famous, like above even like their. Because Taeyeon's also just like so famous as well. Like she's hosting everything. She's like doing all variety. She's got this like huge long career in Girls' Generation. She's been in SM for so long. I feel like she's just like one of those people that is growing, just aging like fine wine. She's just getting better over time.
Yeah, Girls' Generation debuted in 2007.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
So
like, and she just keeps
pretty
getting
much
better and better.
before Shiny.
Crazy.
Oh my god, I love this song. I love the choreography of the INVU. It's so just.
I mean, that's point
simple.
choreography.
Yeah, it's
we don't
point
get that much anymore.
And it's just so simple and easy to follow, and so good. Her vocals are so good. There was something else I was gonna say, but I lost it in her eyes.
I think she this may be the only time she has this sort of like smooth kind of like buttery quality to her vocals. Like there's something about it that is just like really intoxicating in that way of like, man, like her, like especially that one shot where like they pan out and you like look her directly in the eyes and she's doing this like long note. You're just like, damn, I shouldn't feel this type of way, but I feel bad though. I'm gonna look, like.
I remembered what I was gonna say is that her range is so unique in K-pop because usually you hear people trying to hit the really high notes or like things are like way up at higher registers than they need to be, and she keeps it at a register that is comfortable for her and also like very bold. So it adds a lot to the song, and I think her voice is very like Apple-esque, like very crisp, but also very sweet.
Yeah.
And juicy.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. Her voice cuts through the instrumentation really hard.
I would agree.
So
yeah.
Which is like not. I wouldn't say it's atypical, but it's
not the norm.
It's not the norm. And it's cool to hear like how much versatility she has in her voice. Like you said, like she definitely sings generally, and I would say a little bit lower of a range than
compared to like the Red Velvet song we just heard.
But it's cool that like her lower range can blend really well into the instrumentation, but her high range can cut.
Yeah.
Which is just like it's just good vocals. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, I'm
I would agree with that.
Huge Taeyeon fan.
We didn't get that. You want to say that again, please?
Huge Taeyeon fan.
Okay,
Taeyeon.
cool.
Love
Okay,
Taeyeon.
Okay, cool. Just want to make sure. No, I think she was great. It definitely makes me inspired to go and listen to her solo stuff, because if the instrumentation, the way that like her voice is stylized throughout her like solo material, I can almost be assured I'm gonna be well in the same canoe as Alex over there. So I think she to me at least, we've had a lot of great like standout groups, but and like obviously solo artists, but I think she has like a really good memorability, and I've only listened to her one time, and it was just now. So I feel like that bears a lot of weight. But yeah, I was very shocked by it, and also just like the instrumentation was really like smooth as well, and I think that just matched with like the way that she goes about like her writing style too. I don't feel like she doesn't have to go over the top. She doesn't have to do all these crazy like things. I think that like the being in K-pop for as long as she has been in K-pop for, I think it's just shown her like a lot of reservation, but not in a bad way. I think she's very reserved in the way that she's like, I know what I can do. I know what's gonna cut. I know where I feel like the instrumentation might need to get removed or something like that. And so I got to give her a lot of kudos for that. It was a really well put together song, and I enjoyed that one a ton. That was great.
I will. A lot of people have said that this is not her best song, so definitely
Really?
check it out.
Wow.
Yeah. Because I think the other songs she showcases a lot more of her vocals. So, I really like this song.
I'm surprised.
It's my favorite, but I'm not usually on the vocal train. I like the instrumentation and everything too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's fair. But
Right,
I'm surprised. I'm surprised people didn't enjoy that one. That's a
They still
big
enjoyed
shock to
it
me.
for sure. It's just they were like, oh, I like this one
The
better.
other
I'm
one,
like, okay,
yeah.
fair. She's got a lot to choose from.
Fair enough.
But yeah, are you ready to party?
Wait, this hasn't been a party?
Oh, I was wondering what you were gonna pick.
Oh god.
Are you ready to party?
I'm always ready
This
to
is
party.
Hyo,
Hyo,
also
okay.
known as Hyoyeon. She's also in Girls'
Or-
Generation.
Or DJ Hyo.
Yeah, also a DJ.
Is she actually a DJ? That's sick. Respect. All right. Well, this song is called Deep. I feel like it bears no introduction other than what Therese said. I hope y'all are ready to party, because I guess we're going to party. So let's do it up.
This is some of the SM experimental sounds.
Okay.
마주칠 너의 눈빛 날카로운 이를 감춘 긴장감을 위주 예측해 눈을 맞춘 탐색자는 위주 어디 한번 견뎌봐 쉽지 않을 테니 두고 봐 파도처럼 덮칠 테니 휩쓸려 내게 좀 더 깊이
오.
내게 좀 더 깊이 내게 휩쓸리지 내게 좀 더 깊이 내게 휩쓸리지 바닥에 날 세운 채 서로 주시하는 새 이대로 가자 긴장은 나빠봐 제발 feel good 일그러진 네 얼굴 이대로 가자 휩쓸려 내게 좀 더 깊이 감춰줘 slow down 틈을 볼 때 식어버릴게 뻔해 give your sense to please punch back 새롭게 날 자극하는 rebound 끝까지 날 몰아가 상상 이상 날카로운 이를 감춘 긴장감을 위주 예측해 눈을 맞춘 탐색자는 위주 더 끝까지 차올라 가쁜 너의 숨을 조여 난 흔적 없이 잠길 테니 휩쓸려 내게 좀 더 깊이 내게 좀 더 깊이 내게 휩쓸리지 내게 좀 더 깊이 내게 휩쓸리지 둘 사이 모든 게 적당한 그 관계 I don't need more desire 흔들어 지독하게 길들여 숨 막히게 개사랑을 두 깊이 내게 좀 더 깊이 내게 휩쓸리지 내게 좀 더 깊이 내게 휩쓸리지 바닥에 날 세운 채 서로 주시하는 새 그대로 맞춰 긴장이 나빠봐 제발 real good 일그러진 real good 그대로 맞춰 휩쓸려 내게 좀 더 깊이.
That was started off at a 10 and ended at a 12.
That was a lot
Jesus
noisier
Christ.
than I remembered.
It's a noisy one.
That was
Yeah.
a pop off moment from A to Z.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
I thought it was very good. I think the thing that surprised me the most is that the two women we just talked about were from the same group and they went in varying directions. So like
Oh, yeah.
like
Just
Yo was
wait-
like,
just
yo,
wait till
I'm
you
just gonna hit
hear-
the 180, you know?
Just wait till you hear early girls' generation compared to Hyo.
Oh, I can only imagine. I feel like it's gonna be nuts.
All right, so my thoughts on this is Hyo is interesting because she's the rapper from Girls' Generation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, if we look at Girls' Generation's career, has never been like in a very like intensive, like demanding rap position. So I was interested to see when she like started coming out with her own solo stuff because I thought she was gonna go for like a rap thing. And then she ended up doing this sort of like DJ solo career where I think like some of like she does have some like DJ remixes, I think, and she has done like DJ sets. I think she's actually literally on a DJ tour right now in the US. I think she played in New York a couple days ago.
Oh.
I think it's still going on. I don't know if you're in the US or Canada or to go see Hyo. I think she's touring here right now. But she deviated from what I thought she was gonna do because I was worried because I'm not taking a stab at Hyo. I think she's great. I never thought she had the rapping capabilities from Girls' Generation to carry like a solo rap career. But I was pleasantly surprised when she went into this like sort of DJ EDM kind of like festival kind of leaning career where she does like a lot of really fun songs. She's worked with a lot of like DJs and producers. She's done a collab with like Hyoyeon, I think. I think there's like a DJ named Blau, I think, that she did a song with. It was really great. This is definitely one of the weirder ones. I would say like most of her other stuff is like a little more like ear friendly. This one has a little bit of that like SM chaos in it.
It does, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I agree.
At least we got
But
one song.
yeah, but I mean, sort of what I'm getting at is I guess like I really like the song. I like her solo career. I really enjoy what she's doing. The song I think is like it fits fine right into the collection of music she has out now as a solo artist. I guess the only thing I would like more from her is like to see her like push herself as like a rapper or a vocalist a little more in her music because it feels to me like in this song especially like she's kind of just like slow rap talking the whole time. Which is I guess fine because that's not the focus of the song, you know what I mean? It's supposed to be like a performance, like a kind of I don't know, EDM kind of song. So
Sure.
Yeah, I
Therese?
mean that
No
chorus
real
will
more.
get stuck in your head. At least for me. When I don't know her very well from Girls' Generation, but I do know her solo career now, and I'll say like one of my favorite songs is Dessert. If
Yeah,
only
for real.
because it's
Yeah.
pretty memeable.
and she's a great dancer too.
Yeah.
Like in
Um,
Dessert, especially that I think Sungyeon's in that video too, right? They
Yeah,
have like a really
yeah.
good collab dance scene.
Yeah, and she has
So-
a song with BB, and she has a couple other really good stuff. And I'm like surprised to hear you say that she wasn't a very strong rapper in Girls' Generation because I consider her decent at least for a solo career. And
I don't want to come off wrong like I'm saying like she's a bad rapper. I'm just saying like if you're comparing, which is maybe an unfair comparison in general, if you're comparing Girls' Generation, like the demands of a rapper in Girls' Generation to the demands of a rapper in like
Oh,
a newer group, it's not as intensive. So like to keep up and do a solo career as a rapper, like let's say like Jenny or
Right.
or I don't know, Giselle or someone like that we know can like rap fast and like and all that kind of stuff. It's just different expectations because it's different generations.
Okay, true.
I think.
Then yeah, that makes sense because Girls' Generation doesn't have rap heavy songs at all.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm not trying to like take a stab at her for her abilities or skills. I don't want to come off like I'm being a hater on Hyo. I really like her. I just was expecting her career to go one way and she shifted, and I thought it was a good shift.
Good stuff.
Yeah. I thought
Sorry,
it was pretty...
I kind of cut you off and tangented.
No, you're good.
That was pretty much. I like Dessert. I like this song. I think she's very good at having those catchy choruses get stuck in your head. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty well-rounded song. I think it would be curious again because I haven't listened to Girls' Generation, so I think it would be curious like when obviously that time comes when we do that incredibly long video for Girls' Generation. I think I'll get more appreciation for her journey, but like I think for right now it's like I think it was definitely a very aggressive song, which I think you could either take it for you like it or you don't like it. I don't think you can meet in the middle and be like, yeah, it's okay, you know. I think it's like I feel like it's a very divisive song. You're either gonna love it or you're gonna hate it, you know. And I mean, I thought it was very good. I like the energy. I like that it was a little bit noisier. But I guess again, I don't have any noises. I don't have anything to compare it to, you know. So it's just like I just know Hyo through this song specifically, so I don't know her musical catalog. So you know that might be just a biased take, only for the sheer fact that I don't know the whole history. But yeah, I thought it was good. She definitely kind of carried that like boss bitch energy, so I was feeling it, so it was a good one. Logan said she's just an all-rounder because we saw at the end she killed the vocals. She also raps, but is also mainly known for dancing, so triple threat, baby. Love it. But the next one,
so
Therese,
those are all the members. Oh, and also in Got the Beat is the supergroup for the girls.
Woo!
And we didn't watch an aespa video, but you've watched all of them.
Yes.
We also have Winter and Karina.
Oh, Winter. I loved Winter. Nice.
Yeah.
Very sick. All right. Got the Beat. This one is Step Back. Is this their debut song?
This is the pre-debut, pre-release something. Yeah.
Okay.
It was for a stage for, I forgot, maybe like an award show.
Yeah, you're
close enough.
Along the right line. Yeah. I don't remember either.
Anyway, this is Step Back, so let's give it a listen.
You must step back. 어딜 봐. 누가 누구라고 날 지켜. 이쯤에서 물러나고 있다는 게 좋을까? 아니 머리 한번 겨울나와 보던가. 내게 사랑을 했었니? 성급 장난처럼 어딜 때. 인간이 그리 좀 네가 부르겠니? 소식 잡초 거리 그랬지. 나는 든 지금은 나도 left now. 너 따위 끈거 묶고 left now. 날 가진 그런 next level. 보다시 피어나던 level. Don't bring it to me cause I draw. 내 거에서 손 떼는 step back. 다시 태어나도 안 돼. Step back. 착한 남자들에게 너는 독배 같은 것. 마실수록 외로워. Can't sick and tired every day. 넘지 말아보던 step back. 네가 비빌 곳이 아닌 step back. 저울질로 가린 건 참지 못할 가벼운 네 마음일까. Can't sick and tired every day. 에이, 그런다고 내게 꽤나 들어봐. 상상보다 너 같은 애들이 많긴 많아. 그러거나 말거나 세상은 너를 빼고 돌아가.
I love rapper Karina.
Yeah, she's my favorite rapper in this group.
What?
Let us MSM.
That was a good transition, though.
Bring it on.
Ooh.
Seeing these three in a dance break together is so crazy.
That's crazy.
All right, guys, that was Step Back. I'm gonna start off with this one because I have so many. Therese was laughing the entire time, so I feel like she was like, either Brandon's gonna get it or Brandon's not, or he's gonna cook, and I feel like I have to cook a little bit. I don't like that beginning. I don't like that beginning beat. I am not a fan of it, and I think
You're not a fan of the Gregorian chant sort of thing in the
threw
background.
me the fuck off. And then once the bridge came in, I felt like I went through whiplash because it was completely different. But the way they transitioned the last part and the way they kind of finished the song off, I was like, okay, they turned it around. But that beginning part, I was like, what the I almost thought, because you guys didn't say anything, I thought I was listening to an entirely different song and I was having a mental break. So
you like think you have two songs playing by
there is
accident
two
or
songs
something.
playing.
It's so
It's chaotic as
clashing
fuck.
Yeah.
that I don't even know what they were thinking. I'm
Oh,
sorry. I
yeah.
have nothing good to say.
I
I
feel
love
like
all these girls. Love all these girls. Love all these
Yes,
women.
agreed,
They're
agreed,
so
agreed.
great.
Agreed.
They're such good performers. It is
Agreed.
heartwarming to see some of these girls performing together.
Agreed.
Truly.
The dance
And
break was
there
sick.
are some good sections. The dance break was great. The bridge was great. The vocals are great. Karina rapping, amazing. Love that. The songwriting choices. Why are we writing something that's so dissonant the entire time? You can't have clashing instrumentals for the entire song.
It was
Like, you can write an Espa track and have weird, odd SM style instrumentals that sometimes don't make sense. Like, why are we writing a whole song that sounds like someone detuned it?
Yeah, it was bad. Yeah.
No,
yeah.
I think I, at least when I first listened to the song, I made it all the way through because there wasn't some crazy English nonsense in it. I wish that, if they wanted to start off with that chanting and the dissonance and then eventually switch into having the same counter melody but on like a bass or something that was a little less obvious because
A
it
little less
seemed like
aggressive,
there were
yeah.
no instrumentals.
Well, even
It
when
seemed
they
like there was
abandoned,
nothing there.
even when they abandoned the Gregorian chants that are also off tune, their bass is also off tune. Like
Oh, that's true.
nothing in the song stays on tune with where like the vocals are, and it's like it's a shame because you have the peak talents here of SM.
Mhm.
Why are you
Agreed.
doing this to them?
Yeah, I
That's
think
me crazy.
I think I've hit the precipice, at least for me, in terms of like chaotic K-pop songs. I think this is peak like chaoticness that like, and listen, I'm all for dissonance. I come from a genre that loves dissonance, but I think there's a way to use it and utilize it in a way where you will make the quote unquote stank face that you're like, oh yeah, that hits.
Look.
This like gave me the stank face in the worst possible way, that I was like, why would they put, like, as Alex mentioned, Gregorian chants, then you have like these really like windy like violin parts, and then you have all these great vocalists trying to do what they do well on top of this, and then you threw it all into a blender and you threw some like Greek yogurt in there, and then you're like, drink it up, delish, you know, like there's no way.
Old, like expired Greek yogurt.
Old expired Greek yogurt, yeah, like yogurt that you definitely should not be eating.
I mean, to their merit, I was absolutely listening way harder to those members than I have ever listened to them, because I was trying to like distance myself from all this noise, like actual noise, like not noisy music, but noise.
But you have to do. That's what I'm saying. You shouldn't have to siphon out something to get something out of it. Like,
I needed a little like a paint
you gotta
filter.
run this. You gotta run this through one of those programs that removes the music from songs to enjoy the song.
I'll do it
because I did really like that they processed the vocals of each artist the same way they would if they were in their groups. Like the aespa girls sounded like they were still in aespa. The Red Velvet girls still sounded like they were in Red Velvet, and I love that.
Yeah.
I love their little callbacks to like their old songs. Next Level and shit.
Oh, hey, I wanted to point something out when we were listening to Boa, by the way, but I forgot, so I'm gonna bring it up right now.
Hell yeah, do it up.
We're on.
Let's go.
Got the beat. She had a line in the song we listened to where she said "girls on top" as an ad lib.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if that was like a precursor to the idea of this, because it was like 2018 that song came out.
Mm-hmm.
Just thinking out loud.
I also considered that because she has a Girls on Top song, right? Or album.
Maybe. I don't know. That would even be more telling then.
Yeah, she has a song called Girls on Top.
Oh,
so
okay.
There's that too.
Even better.
Okay.
She called it out.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Some Logan comments. Logan said it was a live from the SM Family concert that they do every New Year, where basically all the SM artists do a concert where they individually group stage and also do mashup stages from the SM Family collaboration albums that they do every winter. Holy shit, that's wild. Awesome, though. And then the other comment was about the song was definitely controversial, but not because of the instrumental, but mainly from the lyrics. The lyrics were basically about telling other girls to stay away from their man.
Honestly, I would not even try with these girls.
I also would not try.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're dating Taeyeon? Congrats.
Yeah.
Bye.
Excuse me.
I'm sorry, but if the most controversial part of this song is the lyrics, somebody did something wrong.
Well, they weren't. I remember the controversy. It was because the teaser to this group, they were like, it's going to be all about girl power. It's going to be like, and the way they were teasing it, it's like, oh, girls will be empowered by this song.
Yeah,
but that's not what was happening. In this song, it was about like, stay away from my man. That's not empowering to women. That's just like
I remember
that's a little bit possessive. So I understand like there was expectations there, and people already knew what SM song sounded like. So maybe this was a little bit less
just a cherry on top,
jarring instrumentally than it was lyrically. But still, it's like I think people were still disappointed by the song because it was the song that it is.
Look,
I remember that.
if you put up like your 3x3, like your chaotic neutral, your lawful goods, all that kind of stuff. This is the lowest. This is in the furthest corner of chaotic bad I can put in it. A song.
Yeah.
Chaotic evil. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I like parts
Yeah.
of the song, but I'm not gonna listen to this on Spotify.
I think
I like the stage.
Yeah, I think the MV definitely saves it somewhat, because I think watching them all commingle together, and like I know we reference it in SuperM, but this is like the Avengers of like the women of SM. Like, I mean, you got to give them a lot of credit for putting that together. I think, I know I completely dunked on this song as a whole, but I think the credit is due to the SM team for putting together this. I mean, that's amazing. And
Yeah,
like,
it's like an Avengers. It's like the gathering of the Avengers. I don't care if it sucks. I want to see Captain America and Spider-Man fight.
duke it out.
With each
Well, we
other.
want to see
You know what I mean?
Solgi and Hyo and Boa dance together, and
Exactly.
we
and if it sucks, I'm still gonna enjoy it, even if it sucks, because I'm getting the collab I want.
Sure.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
I'm
Well,
just looking
anyway.
at. There's like a crazy number of streams on this song. Oh God. Okay.
anyway, we're gonna move
It
on.
is
from
like
that.
130 million streams on this song, and then their title track for their album, 31 million.
Something's not right here.
All right.
Simp's
well,
gotta simp.
I
Anyway,
think we gotta go into the
Next
last
song.
one, which
Yeah,
is a
last
stamp on
song.
it. So, is
The
there anything I
official
need to know about
debut.
this, Therese?
No.
Nothing else. We're just gonna jump into it.
you know now.
All right, let's go. Come on, Meatball.
Oh, it's night and day for me.
Step on it. Step on it. 겁도 없이 내게 싸움을 걸어와. 문을 박차고 또 허세처럼 너. 그런 attitude도 못 쓸 건데. 이건 파워 게임이 아니야. 거친 세상 속에 나와라. 데이지를 건넨 빛난 건 저물고 반가를 쳤어. 내가 비는 뜻대로 press on it. 그런 너의 진짜 가진 걸 다 보여줘. I want it all. 우아하게 smash back it down. 거칠게 바라보다 we just smile. 사스런 눈빛으로 너의 궤도를 망가뜨려. You turn around to piece of me, piece of mine. Baby, 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 자연스레 make it right, yeah. 스토리 가진 그런 플레이야. 누군가 룰을 바꿨어도 시작은 나로부터 top down. Could you stand for it? Could you stand for it? 난 또 거침없이 질러놓고 봐. 어설다는 것만 배운 애처럼. Don't you know 결국 legacy의 game. 쓸모없어지면 폐기해버려 그 세계 룰이야. 꺼내봐니까 그거 말고 진짜 밤을 뒤집을 때 Let me gonna be when that's at a place on it. 내 심장이 뛰게 가진 걸 다 보여줘. I want it all. 우아하게 smash make it down. 거칠게 바라보다 we just smile. 사스런 눈빛으로 너의 궤도를 망가뜨려. You turn around to piece of me, piece of mine. And now the breakdown.
Let's go.
나를 바라보는 you. Let me choose you. It's not about you. You're much better right now. You ain't got no way. The day
Wendy is ripped.
Much better.
Oof.
Much better.
Wendy is freaking jacked. That's crazy.
Logan
Yeah, I had
pointed
to
out
say it
that
twice.
has the same the has the same producer for both songs. Also the same producer that does a lot of NCT songs and aespa songs. The Yu Youngjin and
Yeah.
also Dem Joints.
Dem joints.
Dem Joints. Shout out.
Dem joints.
Yeah, this sounded like an aespa song 1000%.
Yeah.
This was much more palatable than
Yeah.
the first one, for
If
sure.
the last one sounded like an NCT song, not in a like
I don't-
I guess it would be implied a bad way, but I think NCT does a lot more of the crazy sounds than aespa does. But aespa does a lot of the switch ups the way this song had.
I feel like the last song, what was it called? Like, what was the last one?
Step back.
Step back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like the last song, Step Back, is
Step
like
Back,
if you
yeah.
traveled 1,000 years into the future,
Oh
that's
yeah.
what people are listening to, and you just can't comprehend it. This one I can
the
at
song
least,
that makes you feel old, yeah.
yeah, this one I can at least like it's palatable, and even I'll even say it has some good parts.
Oh yeah. I
Wow.
love the transitions they do into that key change. Ooh,
Yeah,
that's
key
fun.
change.
And then
Ooh.
there was a second transition they did that I didn't like that much. It was kind of just like a, flutter a piece of paper in front of it and then all of a sudden a new scene. But it wasn't it didn't go as well into the next part. But I love the bridges. I love the singing. Didn't like the rapping as much in this one actually, but
I
I
agree.
I still like this song as a whole.
Yeah, no.
Were you talking
Alex,
about the keyboard run transition?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like
You
that.
like that? You did like that? Okay, I like
Yeah.
that one as well. Yeah, I think that I think it was like a post chorus or something. It's so hard to follow like the structure of the song. Which, by the way, the song feels. I know it's like a 4-minute song. It feels like a 5-minute song. I don't know why. It
Oh,
feels
it
like
does.
it feels
Yeah.
really long.
Because of the layout. It has like
Yeah, it has
the
a
chorus,
such an odd layout.
switch up. Oh, and then you get the breakdown when they say it's a
Yeah,
breakdown.
it's a breakdown. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's so many transitions because there's so many different parts and it's such an oddly structured song. I think some of the transitions work out okay. I think the use of that like keyboard run in the beginning was good. I think like the dance break-ish part, I guess, when they had this really like sharp keyboard noise in it that they use like dissonance for.
Yes.
I thought it was really good. I thought that was well transitioned into and out of. And then there was like the last chorus when you think the song should have been done, the chorus comes back again. And I thought that was like a poor transition. I'm like, we could have just ended the song before that.
Yeah, that was
It
the
didn't-
same
we didn't need
transition
we didn't need the last minute of the song. But overall, I thought it was pretty good. I mean, comparing the two songs, this is great.
I was also okay to echo both of your points. I would probably say this is a way more palatable version of what I thought Got the Beat was going to be. So I think that this one, at least in terms of sound and what I'd imagine them all to do, I think this is a little bit more closely aligned to what I had imagined just based off of listening to like each individual soloist as well as aespa already. I kind of had a running knowledge of what I could expect. I did like this one, like melody wise, a lot more. I would agree with Therese. I really liked the key changes. I thought that was interesting, and obviously the cut to the breakdown part was really sick too. But yeah, I think this one was definitely a lot better. I think it was more thought out, and it didn't seem like. And I'm actually surprised that the same producer did both of these songs because they are literally night and day. So I think that's if anything, that's probably what shocked me the most about this song specifically. But yeah, was this a part of like an album or something, Therese, or I'm
Yeah,
just curious.
their whole album is called Stamp on It.
Okay.
It's an EP. There's a different song that's really good if you wanted to check it out. It's called Alter Ego.
Okay.
Yep.
And the rest of them are kind of very aespa-like,
That's fine. I
which
love
was
aespa.
surprising to a lot of people. I think a lot of people were expecting them to align with the older groups that they added in this
Yeah, that would make
super
sense.
group and not the youngest group. But I think it's fun because I like all of the vocalists in the older groups and I like hearing them in this new environment.
Yeah. I think it gives them a fresh
That's a
coat of
personal.
paint.
I also really like aespa, so I think that's definitely a personal preference. But yeah,
I'd probably be in the same boat. I think it's also like it's oftentimes when I think of like an old vocalist that I really like and they're a part of like they do a guest feature on like a newer band that I really love. Like that's something that I've always really appreciated
Like-
because I'm old as fuck, like so I like listening to
like Lady Gaga featuring Elton John.
yeah, like it's something you probably would have never expected. You almost would assume that you'd be like, oh man, it'd be really cool if like Elton John and Lady Gaga collabed. You know what I mean? But like
They did.
and they
but-
did. I obviously yeah. No, I know they did. But I'm saying like
Yeah.
I'm saying that most people would not expect that, and for the sheer fact it did happen is
Right.
really cool.
That Boa would be singing with all these kids.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So like I think that's to me is I think that's what's the cool part about not only Got the Beat and SuperM is just like the way that they kind of went about the super group like mentality of like I feel like just trying to revitalize I guess somewhat the like older vocalists that have been seasoned, have been in the scene for a while, have been in K-pop for a bit, very similarly to Got the Beat, and I think it's for them to get maybe fresh ears on like people that jump into K-pop like much like this idiot here, that like could maybe be like, oh wow, I really like Boa's voice. Maybe I'll go back and listen to some old stuff. Or like, wow, I'm excited to check out Girls' Generation when we get around to it. Like, I think it inspires me as someone who is new to this to be like, wow, that's really cool for them to want to do it still. Because I feel like very easily they could say no, right? Like they could just be like, nah, I don't want to do this, and just like kind of be like, I am old K-pop in the ethos. Here I am. I'm gonna stay here. So I respect the fact that not only in SuperM but Got the Beat that they just went out and were like, we're gonna do it. We can still kill it. So let's do it. So respect to the old people that were older K-pop.
Old
artists.
people, the people
Old
our
people.
age.
Old people.
I'm old.
All right, my like quick summary of my opinion on Got the Beat is basically that I just think, wow, what a talented group of girls, and what a talented, amazing, well discography group of artists and groups you have here. Way to not do them justice.
Oh God, yeah.
Because I like Red Velvet's discography for me, flawless.
Oh,
Girls' Generation, incredible. aespa's doing great. You've got the legend Boa, and like this is what you put forward. That's crazy to me.
Therese, do you have any
like,
thoughts about that?
It feels intentionally disrespectful, in my opinion.
Ooh.
Okay.
I kind of get that because I do think they tried to go a more trendy route, and I don't think that's what they should have done. I'm surprised, having known SuperM and listening to a lot of SuperM, that they didn't go more Western with like more English or more whatever. Granted, I don't know how well these girls know English, all of them, but I thought that might be the push. So yeah, this was surprising. I only liked it because I like aespa. I don't like it
Right.
because I like all of the members individually. I do like all of the members individually, but that's like not the highlight. It's
enough.
really the highlight for me is the songwriting. And I wish that I had more to go off of, because now, having listened to so much SuperM, I can pick out 10 in an NCT unit, which is a big deal for me because they've got 26 members now. But if you put like Wendy in a girls group NCT, I don't know, I don't think I would be able to know who she is. Like,
Fair enough.
It doesn't stick out as much. I want to hear more from them. I really hope that they get another comeback. Got the beat. I kind of know that SuperM is not a thing anymore, even though it has never been confirmed. And I had a good time with that album. That's fine. I'm ready for better content. More better content.
Interesting takes. I
Yeah.
like it. I don't really have an opinion since I just found out about these two groups. So my
Also, you should listen to the song Alter Ego. It will possibly redeem you on Got the Beat.
Oh yeah.
I mean
Absolutely.
I think it's kind of like a 50-50 because like I feel like the first song, you know, like this song I feel like stuck with me way more than the previous song we listened to, which was Step Back. You know, I didn't feel like that one. I don't know if I would ever listen to that one again, but I think this one, at least I know I would listen to more often or more frequently. So very curious, but yeah, no, I will check out Alter Ego. I will have to jump into that one. Just some last minute comments from Logan, and I think we'll close it out for tonight. But
I wouldn't say anything about the last couple comments. I mean, I don't know the state of SM. I'm not going to try to assume the state of SM, so
Sure,
I'm not going to
gotcha.
highlight those. But
The one at
NCT
least-
really doesn't. Yeah.
I was gonna say the one that he mentioned about Got the Beat. It says NCT doesn't really do a lot of switch ups in the middle, but the main thing NCT is known for is switching up entirely from the bridge.
Which is what their producer definitely did.
Oh, for sure.
Stamp on it.
Yep. Yeah. So I feel like that's pretty accurate. And
Or Step Back. That's what I meant.
Step Back. Yeah. And yeah, I'll probably leave the other comments off just for semblance sake. I know the least bit about all of this stuff, so
There's a lot of drama going on in SM. We're not going to talk about it.
I
Yeah.
gotcha. But yeah, this was our like super group fun time deep dive thingy. I don't know who did we decide on who we're doing Wednesday?
I'm thinking Le Seraphim
Ooh.
because they just had a comeback.
Finally, hell yeah!
Was it a comeback or was it an Overwatch song? I'm willing to call it a comeback if we get to do a deep dive on
They
him.
just had a new song.
Just one new song.
Yeah.
It was just one song, right, Alex and Therese?
I don't know. I haven't heard it yet.
Oh,
I haven't either.
I've been holding
I'd
it.
be.
It is the
Actually,
it is the
wait.
collab with Overwatch thing.
I did hear part of it because Jungkook did a TikTok with them, and it sounded vibey. It sounded like a good time.
Ooh,
So
let's
Yeah,
rock.
I've been holding out and listening to it. It is the
Okay.
Overwatch 2 collab. I have not checked it out yet. We will probably do that this Wednesday.
Very nice.
Yeah.
All right, I'm
yep,
excited.
just a single.
Just a single. All right. Well, our next one is
yeah.
Le Seraphim. So if you like them, come hang out. Major ups to Therese for putting this playlist together. Obviously, it was a very difficult one. So I appreciate you.
I got on a whole
muddling-
tangent of Boa songs, and I was like, "Oh my god, this one's so good! Oh, this one's so good!"
highly curated. If that wasn't the case, guys. So that's awesome. I did have a comment.
And we will do a deep dive.
I did have a
on each of
comment
these.
on on one of the previous videos, somebody asked if whether or not you, Therese, and Alex have your own YouTube channels and do your own reactions. So I thought that was very interesting.
Nah, you can just find me here.
I'll be here. I've been on a couple episodes of other people's K-pop reactions. If you find them on YouTube, I'm pretty heavy in the Soju Talk K-pop podcast, and they have their own sort of offshoot podcast. But otherwise, not yet. If I did anything, it would be short form.
Very nice. All right. Well, you can find them here, guys. So don't go anywhere. They seem to be a main staple right now. So very cool and also very appreciative. So thank you guys for watching. If you like what you see, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. If you're on here on Twitch, make sure to give us a follow. This is the best way you can find out when we go live and stuff, because I know this is a little last minute. So yeah, thank you for joining. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in Le Seraphim on Wednesday. See you guys later.
So excited for Le Seraphim.
Woo, let's go.